In this video, we will learn about how to engage followers on Twitter, how to listen to them, and how to sell on Twitter. When we share great content, we can engage our followers on Twitter. Content that educates people, helps audience improve at their jobs, those are the kind of content people love. Twitter has a limit of 140 characters for each tweet, which means you can either write a series of tweets or you need to be very focused and highlight a very specific point from a larger content like a blog post or a video when you share it on Twitter. So, what you share on Twitter has to be really the highlight of the content, the main takeaway. It usually is better if we create custom images to share on Twitter, because Twitter audience is different from Facebook audience. Therefore, creating an image specifically for Twitter is a good idea. The tweet should drive people to a page on the site where they can read or download the content. So if there's a blog, you share the highlight of the blog with a link to the blog post. Somebody who comes across your tweet, likes what he sees in the tweet, can then click on the link and go to the blog page and read the blog. If you are promoting a downloadable content like an ebook, again, the tweet itself should highlight the main takeaway, the main benefit of using that book, and drive people to a page on your site where they can download the ebook. But we don't always have to create our own content to engage people on Twitter. We can use others' content, also called curated content. We can share news or blog posts from other sites. We can also retweet others' tweets. And this retweet is specifically useful when we are trying to engage certain people on Twitter. If you're trying to get attention of a specific blogger or a targeted customer, it's a good idea to retweet some of their tweets, because when you retweet, it sends a notification to the user. So the user will see in his or her Twitter notification area that you retweeted the tweet. Retweet is kind of imitation, and imitation is the best kind of flattery. So when you retweet somebody's tweet, they really love it and you get their attention. So if you do it a couple of times, you can really get their attention, you can get them engaged on Twitter. Ideally, you should tweet 3 to 5 times a day, because the lifespan of a tweet is very short. It is important that we tweet multiple times during the day to make sure at least a large portion of our followers are able to see our tweets. The other thing to understand is everybody is on Twitter to talk and promote. Nobody is there on Twitter to listen. So it's a good idea to indulge people a bit on Twitter. So when you retweet something from a prospect or an influencer, they love it and they get to know you because they get notified. You do it multiple times, you'll grab their attention and they'll visit your profile, they'll try to see who you are. What do you do? Why are you retweeting their stuff? And you get their attention. If somebody shares positive news like winning an award, it's a good idea to congratulate them because that gets their attention. Everybody likes to be congratulated on doing something good. So if somebody has bought a somebody has just got an award, it's a good idea to congratulate them. Sometimes it's a good idea to share something from their blog and tag them in the tweet. It works really well with bloggers and authors, journalists. You come across one of their blogs or articles on some site, you share it on Twitter and tag them in the tweet. So you use their Twitter handle in the tweet. When you do that, Twitter will notify them because you have included their handle or username in the tweet, and you will get their attention. Again, the idea here is to get in front of somebody and start building some relationship. When you follow somebody, you retweet, or you tag someone in a tweet, Twitter notifies the person. And that notification could be an email and a notification inside the Twitter user area. So when the person comes to Twitter, he will see a notification in the notification area of Twitter. And the person will go there to see what are the notification, and he will see your name. So this way the person will come to know about you. He may visit your profile to check out what you do, who you are, might even visit your website. So you get in front of more people and you get them to engage with you. The person may even start following you. And if you are tweeting good content, then it will help build up your profile in front of this person. The important thing to remember is if you do it only once, it may not work, because the person will see your name in the notification and may forget about you. So we need to do it repeatedly so they get to see our name multiple times. So we follow the person, we retweet, we tag them, and we do it few times over a couple of months, short period of time. That gets their attention. And they understand you are trying to get in front of them, and then they'll engage with you. Also, when the person is ready to buy a product or service that you sell, he will contact you because he'll remember you. You have interacted with him multiple times. The person remembers your name, your Twitter handle, and might just message you on Twitter. Selling on Twitter is difficult, more difficult than building relationship. Like I said earlier, Twitter is a great relationship building platform. It can be used for sales, but direct selling is difficult. You can't send somebody, hey, come buy from me, come buy from my website. It doesn't work on Twitter because nobody is there to listen to you. So do not share sales content. Instead, share good, high quality content. Drive people to your site to get them to read your blog or download some interesting content. Get them on your mailing list. Get them to follow you so they are exposed to your message over and over again. And then that relationship, that awareness will drive sale. It doesn't mean you never post sales messages. For example, you have promotions going on, or you launch a new product. By all means, share it on Twitter. But make sure that you are not doing it repeatedly, and the sales messages do not drown out your other content messages, relationship building activities. Primarily, use Twitter to build relationships. And it's great for building relationship with targeted customers. So if you're in a business where you need to sell to individuals, you need to qualify them as lead, then Twitter is really great. If you're in a retail business, it's much harder to build individual relationships with thousands of people. But if you're selling software services, you can build targeted relationship with 100, 200, 500 people, and then qualify them over the course of the year, and try and convert them into customers. Then again, start with next set of 200 or 500 people. So you can sell on Twitter, but you can sell certain kind of things, and you need to follow an engagement process that slowly moves people towards sales. The key is to post a variety of content, share a variety of content, so you can engage people, get their attention, and get them to visit your website. Unless you can engage people using high quality tweet, people are not going to even pay attention to what you are saying, because they're not on Twitter to listen, they're on Twitter to say, to speak. So it takes a while to get somebody to pay attention to what you're saying. And that will come only when you pay attention to what they are saying. So you engage with them, retweet, share their stuff, follow them, tag them, get them visibility, and get noticed by them. And then you share content that is going to help them, that is going to be useful for them. And then they will more engage with you. And once that engagement builds up, then you can convert them from prospects to leads and finally to customers. Let's look at how to write a good tweet. Because a tweet is a mere 140 characters, it takes a lot of practice to learn how to create a good tweet. A good tweet will deliver more value than just the 140 character limit that Twitter imposes on it. And one of the ways to do that is to include an eye-catching image with your tweet, or include a short video with your tweet. When you include an image or a video, Twitter will reduce the amount of characters in your tweet, the number of characters in your tweet. So the text in your tweet will no longer be 140 characters, but may become 130 characters, with the remaining 10 characters being used up for image. So if you use a good eye-catching image, expressive image, you can more than make up for the loss in characters in the text message. Always include a link to the content you are promoting. For example, if you're promoting a blog post or an ebook, always include a link to it so people can click and go there. Because you can only share 140 characters, you cannot share the entire blog or entire message of the ebook. So it's a good idea to just share the main highlight of the blog or the ebook and include a link to the page where they can read the blog or download the ebook. Using hashtags is a great idea to capture somebody's attention, get in front of somebody, because people search Twitter a lot using hashtags. Hashtags are Twitter's way of keeping track of what is happening on Twitter. When you use a hashtag, it's a signal to Twitter about the content of your tweet. What is the target of your tweet? What kind of a message it is? And people search using hashtags to find content they may be interested in. So if you use the right kind of hashtag, when people search, your tweet will get in front of them. So use at least 2 hashtags in every tweet. Tag others, meaning use their Twitter handle or Twitter name in tweets in order to get them to respond or get their attention. You can also use Bitly or some other URL shortener service to track how many people click on the link. When you use Bitly to shorten a link and then share it on Twitter, If somebody clicks on that link and comes to your page, Bitly will show how many people clicked on that link. So this is a good way for you to keep track of how many people are clicking on the links you are sharing on Twitter and going to your website, going to your blog post or your download page. Twitter is also great for listening to people because people are out there to talk. And when you listen, you'll find new opportunities, you'll find appreciation for your product, and you'll also find complaints that you need to address. So listen for people talking about your company or your brand. Are they talking positive things or negative things? If they are talking positive things, thank them. If they are talking negative, please attend to them. Find out why they are talking negative about your brand. See if people are talking about your competitors and your industry in general. Are they talking good or bad? If they are complaining about your competitor, that's good for you. You can reach out to them and see what their problem is. Maybe your product can solve that problem and you can acquire a new customer. What people are saying about you on Twitter matters because things can go viral on Twitter very fast. So if people are saying good things, thank them. When you thank them, two things happen. It shows you care, that you're responsive, and the person who said good thing feels good about it, and in turn they will say more good things because you thank them. So they feel happy about it. Also, when you thank people and you use their Twitter handle, you tag them in the thank tweet, you get double exposure for the original thank you message. So now even your followers see the message and they will be able to read the good thing that this person is saying about your company. If somebody is complaining about your product or your company, please attend to them. Find out why they are complaining and how you can fix them, and be very public and polite about it. So people see that you actually care about people who complain. That comes across as a good, caring company. If somebody is inquiring about your product or service, respond to them. Respond to them quickly. So listen to what people are talking about your business on Twitter. You should also listen to what people are saying about your competitors. If somebody is inquiring about your competitor's product or service, respond to them with your own product, information about your own product or service. Because if they are replaceable, who knows? You might get in front of a potential new customer, get a new business. You can also direct them to third party reviews where your product is reviewed more favorably. So let's say there's a review site which has reviewed your product and a competing product together, or maybe multiple products together, and your product came out on top. If somebody is inquiring about a competing product, please send them to this review site where they can learn about all the different products and make up their mind. And if your product came out on top, clearly they will make a favorable impression about you. If people are complaining about competitors' products or services, respond to them. Find out why they're complaining. Maybe your product can solve their problem. Also, note why people are appreciating your competitor. So, you can also add those features in your product, in your service. You can also do the good things that people are appreciating about your competitor. So, how do we listen on Twitter? We can monitor any tweet that includes a particular keyword or hashtag. So, you can search Twitter to find out what people are saying. We can also set up tools like Hootsuite to monitor keywords related to our product or industry. You can also create list of people to listen to in Hootsuite. So you can monitor what influencers in your industry are talking about, what is hot, what is emerging topic in your industry. Using hashtag is very, very important on Twitter. And one of the ways to leverage hashtag is to use a currently popular or trending hashtag in your tweets. For example, if there's an event happening in your industry, add the hashtag about your event. Because events are heavily promoted, a lot of people are tweeting with that hashtag and a lot of people are searching with that hashtag. Maybe people are attending that event, maybe they are trying to keep a tab on what is happening at the event. So if you tweet with the industry hashtag, you will get more visibility. Anybody who's searching with that hashtag will see your tweet also. Make sure that you tweet good high quality content no matter what hashtag you're using. So when somebody searches and finds your tweet because they're searching for a popular hashtag, they'll see relevant content, high quality content, and will want to engage with it. This is a great way to promote relevant blog posts and content. And you'll notice that when you use the hashtags properly, especially the trending hashtags, the visibility for your tweets and the engagement rates will go up by 2 or 3 times. And because it gets you a lot more exposure, it can also get you new followers. Not just people who are going to read your blog post or your content, but also people who start following you. Let us see how well you have understood this topic. Why should you follow people who have large following and also follow a lot of people? Because they are influencers and more likely to follow you. They are influencers. A lot of people follow them. They will not follow you back. The correct answer is, if a lot of people are following them, then they are influencers. And if they are following a lot of people, that means they are more likely to follow you. So you should follow them. That way you'll get an influencer to follow you. Why should you share high quality content in your tweets? Is it because it will get you more followers? Or it will drive more people to your website? Or maybe it will position you as an expert? Or perhaps it is all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above.